Everybody wake up.
It's nighttime.
Everybody wake up. It's nighttime. Everybody wake up. It's nighttime. Everybody wake up. Everybody wake up. Everybody wake up. It's nighttime. Open up the doors. Let everybody in. Ready for an adventure. It's about to begin. We're going somewhere that we've never been before. I can't wait to see what God has in store. So put your cell phones down. It's right time. This is all about Jesus Christ time. 'Cause he's the way and the truth and the lifeline. Hands in the air, nighttime, high time. I got armor, yes I do. I got armor, how about you?
I got armor, yes I do. I got armor, how about you?
I got armor, yes I do. I got armor, how about you?
I got armor, yes I do. I got armor, how about you?
We got armor, yes we do. We got armor, how about you?
We do, yeah. We do,
I see that we got armor, yes we do. We got armor, how about you?
We do, yeah. We do.
Nighttime, nighttime, now's the right time. Nighttime, nighttime, let's get hype time. Nighttime, nighttime, now's the right time. Hands in the air, it's nighttime, hype time. Nighttime, nighttime, now's the right time. Nighttime, nighttime, let's get hype time. Nighttime, nighttime, now's the right time. Hands in the air, it's nighttime, hype time. We are the Knights of North Castle. We are the Knights of North Castle. We are the Knights of North Castle. We are Knights of North Castle. We are the Knights of North Castle. We are the Knights of North Castle. We are the Knights of North Castle. We are Knights of North Castle.
Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone doing today? Yeah, are we excited for Vacation Bible School? Woo-hoo! It is so good to see all you guys. I see some old friends, I see some new friends, and we're just going to have a great time this week. But before we start, we got to go over a few things, I know. So we got to put on our listening ears real quick. Everybody got their listening ears on? Because this is some important stuff. So I see you all are wearing your mask. Good deal. If you could just keep your mask on today, except when you eat or drink, we'll let you take it off. But if you could keep your mask on today, because we just want to keep everybody safe, okay? So we're going to have lots of fun this week. And I want you to listen to your group leaders, okay? Can you do that? Because your group leaders are your friends. So you see anybody in a purple shirt, I got one on underneath here. But you see anybody in the purple shirts and you need anything, find one of us, okay? I need you all to stay with your group. It's important that you stay with your group, okay? And if you need anything, let us know. So this week, we're going to meet my friend Sparky. Yeah, that's going to be exciting. Sparky's going to hang out with us this week, and we're going to learn some stuff, and we're going to meet some friends in Bible story time, and we're going to sing some songs, and we're just going to have a great time. So this week, we're going to support a couple of missions, which you guys will hear about a little bit more, so I'm not going to talk about them too much right now. But one of them is we're going to collect food for our blessing box, and we're going to send a letter home with you guys that tell you exactly what we need. So you see our bins are down here. We have a boy bin and a girl bin, and we're going to fill them up, and we're going to have food all over the front of this stage. You think we can do that? Yeah. Yes, I think so too. Yes. Is it? Okay, well, we'll look at it later. But my friends did a good job on these bins, so we want to fill them up and just have all kinds of food everywhere. Are you guys ready to sing some songs? Yeah, so let's sing some songs.
Jesus calls and we will follow.
shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the breastplate of justice, and the belt of truth, the shoes of peace to go spread the good news, the sword of the Spirit, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the breastplate of justice, and the belt of truth, the shoes of peace to go spread the good news. We're ready to go spread the good news. We are the Knights of North Castle. We are ready for battle wherever we go. We know that we won't ever be shaken. We wear the armor that saves us. Oh, we are the Knights of North Castle. We are the Knights of North Castle. It's getting hot, it's getting hot, it's getting hot. It's getting hot, it's getting hot, it's getting hot. It's getting hot, it's getting hot, it's getting hot. It's getting hot, it's getting hot, it's getting hot. Fire up the furnace.
Fire up the furnace.
That's what Deb said.
That's what Ned said.
Throw anybody in it
Anybody in
who
it
won't bow their head
who won't bow their head
and worship me. All must bow their heads and worship me. Oh, it's getting hot, hot, burning up, hot, hot, burning up, it's burning up, hot, hot, burning up, hot, hot, burning up, it's burning up. Shadrach, Meshach,
Shadrach, Meshach,
and Abednego
and Abednego
said no to King Neb
said no to King
and
Ned.
said we won't bow low
Said we won't bow low
and worship you. We won't bow our heads and worship you. Uh-oh, now it's getting hot, hot, burning up, hot, hot, burning up, it's burning up, hot, hot, burning up, hot, hot, let's go, burning up, it's burning up. Threw them in the fire, but they were not burned. They danced and they danced and told Nebuchadnezzar learn to worship you. There is only one we bow down to, even when the fire's hot, hot, burning up, hot, hot, come on, burning up, it's burning up, hot, hot, yeah, burning up, hot, hot, burning up, it's burning up, hot, hot, it's getting hot, it's getting hot, it's getting hot, but I'm not burning up, it's burning up, I'll just be over here dancing, hot, it's getting hot, it's getting hot, don't mind me, burning up, it's burning up. Be strong in the Lord, in the strength of His power. Be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. When it feels like hope is gone,
Be strong, be strong.
I will keep on keeping on and be strong in the Lord. Be strong in the Lord, in the strength of His power. Be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. When I'm feeling hurt and pain,
Be strong, be strong.
you restore my joy again. I'll be strong in you, Lord. Be strong in the Lord, in the strength of His power. Be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. Break it down now. Come on, everybody, time to get strong through the power of God. We'll carry on. Come on, everybody, time to get strong through the power of God. We'll carry on. If you can't whistle this song,
Be strong, be strong.
just hum or clap and stomp along and be strong in the Lord.
goodness, that was so awesome. You guys must be tired. You can sit down for a minute. Thank you for singing all those songs for me. That makes me so happy. Are you guys ready to meet my friend Sparky? Let's see if we can call him on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sparky! Sparky! Oh, there's Sparky. See, people? See, Sparky, there are people here.
Hey, yeah, hey, little ones, how you all doing?
See? And you thought all these people were ice ants.
Well, when you're flying up so high, everything looks so tiny, like these tiny people. Hey, tiny people!
Well, welcome everyone to the North Castle. We're sorry for the awkward welcome. You know, we haven't had visitors here in a little while due to all the ice and the snow.
Hey, what you looking at? Sorry, but if you came to see the king, I regret to inform you that he is not him. He is away on a quest to find the great armor. Hey.
Oh my. Well, we haven't introduced ourselves yet. I'm Armorer Tina, and this is my trusty companion, Sparky.
Hey, tiny people.
You guys may not see many dragons from where you're from, but don't worry. Sparky's not like other dragons. You know, he doesn't like breathe fire or anything. He only breathes ice.
Years ago, the royal blacksmith requested an armor dragon to help make armor for the king. I guess something was lost in translation because I'm not an armor dragon, I'm an Arctic dragon.
So yeah, the blacksmith tried to keep Sparky around, but Sparky was allergic to all the blacksmithing dust, and so he ended up sneezing a lot. And in fact, that's the reason the North Castle's been buried under all this ice and snow. Whenever Sparky sneezes, we end up having a blizzard. I try to help Sparky, but sometimes it just happens, and when it does, we all freeze. So what I mean is we all become really still and quiet like an ice statue. Sparky, do you want to what do you want to show our new friends?
Well, I will try to show them my sneeze, Woo!
All right, so now next time Sparky sneezes, we all have to freeze. So you may wonder what happened to the king and the knights of North Castle. What happened to them, Sparky?
They are on a quest.
Correct, my friend. So a little while ago, the king learned of a great armor far superior to anything he already has. So he's gone on a quest in search of this great armor. And he went in one direction, and then his knights went in another direction, and Sparky and I have been tasked to stay here in case anyone returns triumphant.
Unfortunately, no one has returned yet. Tell them what you have discovered.
Oh, yes. I have been reading the king's book, and I don't think the great armor is what the king thinks it is. I don't think it is like any other armor. This is just a hunch, though, Sparky. But I discovered 5 riddles, which I think could help us find the great armor. Unfortunately, they are all written in a language I don't understand.
5 riddles. 5 riddles? I thought you told me you discovered 5 pickles. I was wondering why you were so excited about pickles. Let me see. Let me first read that riddle. Let me read that riddle.
All right, Sparky, here you go. Oh, hold on, I dropped it. Let me hold it up for you.
Don't drop it.
There you go.
Okay, let me see. I know this language. It is an ancient dragon language. Not many dragons can translate it, but my uncle, Sir Sparkalot, taught me. I was named after him before we realized I couldn't breathe fire, just ice.
I didn't know you could read, Sparky.
Well, you never asked. What do you think I do on my days off anyway? Let's see. This riddle says, let me read it. Squiggle letter, round letter. Oh, okay, sorry, that's the dragon. Okay, well, it says, in order to find the belt of truth, you must study the fiery 1 + 2.
So it's true, the great armor does exist. And the
Yes.
belt of truth is one piece of it. It sounds like we just need to know where to look in the King's book. Maybe the riddle is the clue. Read it again, Sparky.
Squiggle letters. Oh, sorry again. In order to find the belt of truth, you must study the fiery 1 + 2.
I wonder what it could mean.
Well, the last time I checked the cold hard facts of math, 1 + 2 = 7. No, wait a minute. 1 + 2 = 3. So we need to study the fiery 3.
Fiery 3. Well, I do recall that there is a story about 3 men who went into a fiery furnace.
That's right.
Could that be the story we need to study?
I reckon.
If we open the King's book, the royal players may show us the answer.
Yeah.
Let's open the book and see.
Whoop, whoop.
The book of Daniel, chapter 3, tells us a story about 3 men God loved with very strange names: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men lived in exile in Babylon and worked for a ruler named Nebuchadnezzar. Not a ruler like an actual king. He was not very nice. Anyway, he made a statue. It was not made out of clay, it was a statue. Closer, but it was made of gold. Close enough. So King Nebuchadnezzar made a golden statue and said that whenever anyone heard the sound of music, he had to bow down to the statue. Yes, well, I suppose it could have happened that way. Nebuchadnezzar thought everything was going along great until he was told about 3 men who would not bow down to his statue. King Nebuchadnezzar was not happy. The king was not happy. The king was really mad. Thank you. Much better. King Nebuchadnezzar called Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to his palace. When they got there, King Nebuchadnezzar gave them one more chance to bow down to the statue, or he would put them in his big oven. The 3 men tell King Nebuchadnezzar the truth. "We will never serve your God or bow down to your statue. If you throw us in your big oven, God will be able to save us. But even if God does not, we will still not bow down to your statue." The king got really mad and ordered the furnace to be heated up really hot. The big oven was so hot. It was hotter than that. Let me help you with this. It was 7 times hotter than its normal heat. I mean, it's hotter than Florida in July wearing your winter coat. King Nebuchadnezzar thought that that was the end of the 3 men. But as he looked in the oven, he saw not 3, but 4 men. He thought he may need a new pair of glasses. So he asked someone, "Didn't I throw 3 men in there? Then why do I see 4 men and one that looks like a god?" King Nebuchadnezzar called for them to come out of the oven. When they came out, the king noticed that not a hair or any part of their clothing was burned. They didn't even smell like smoke. King Nebuchadnezzar declared, "May the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be praised. He sent his messenger to rescue his servants who trusted him. They ignored my order because they wouldn't serve or worship any god but their God. I now issue a decree to every people, nation, and language. Whoever speaks disrespectfully about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's God will be in big trouble, because there is no other God who can rescue like this." Then, instead of making them a part of the barbecue, King Nebuchadnezzar promoted all of them and gave them better jobs in his kingdom. And this is just one great story from the King's Book.
That's it. That was the answer. Come on, Sparky, let's go find the belt of truth.
Well, we can't leave the castle.
Oh, right. We need some knights to go on this quest.
Hey, these short people, they don't look like knights to me.
Well, what if we knighted them, though? Most knights go through lots of training, starting off as a page, moving to a squire, then finally a knight, but perhaps they could just learn some knightly skills along the way.
Well, what kind of knightly skills would that be?
Well, the most important skill for a knight is to have balance. Do you think you guys all have balance and you could ride a horse and climb and move around in heavy armor? Yeah.
And don't forget our banner verse. No knight ever goes out on a quest without the banner verse.
That is very true, Sparky. Can we practice our banner verse for today? I'm going to say it, and then I want you guys to repeat with me, okay? So listening ears. It's be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power. Are you ready? Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power.
You sound ready. Don't worry about getting lost. You can find all the purple-shirted people, and they can lead you to where you need to be.
Are you knights ready to start your quest today? Well, we have one more thing we have to do before you can go, and we have this thing called a castle call-out. And it is, first we say armor up. Say armor up.
Armor up.
With truth. So when we do that, you guys go armor up.
Armor up.
With truth.
With truth.
Ready? One more time. Let's go. Armor up with truth. All right. I think we're ready to go on our quest for today.
I'm going to fly away. Bye, little people.
We'll see you later, Sparky. All right, listen, I need everybody to stay seated for a minute.
Today, y'all's Bible characters are Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That's right. So, all right, so in today's story, God sent them, he sent help to them, right? Because they were in a fiery furnace. And he protected them from the heat, from the fire. So we're not going to go into a fire, but what I'm going to do here for your science today is I'm going to light these candles, and we're going to do some science experiments with our candles and some other items, okay? And so the first one we're going to do is we're going to actually put out our fire. So what would be some ways you could put out a fire if you saw it? Fire extinguisher, very good. How about you? Water, yep, depending on the type of fire, we could use water. Anybody else?
Blow it out.
Blow it out, that's right. How about you, Shelby? Sorry.
You could use sand.
Sand, that's right. Sand or dirt, that's right. You could use that. So there's lots of different ways that we can do it, okay? And y'all might notice I've got special pants on too, okay? They're green and they're made out of a special fabric. It's called Nomex. And this is it's a fire retardant material. So if I did go to a fire, for work, I'm a firefighter. So if I did go to a fire, I've got my special pants on to help protect me so I don't get burned. I've got my leather boots on. And normally I have a shirt that's made out of the same stuff that I put on too. But since it's VBS, I wanted to look like all the other instructors. So what we're gonna do, the first one, is we're gonna make a fire extinguisher. So I've got some stuff here. You see I've got my baking soda. I've got a bottle of vinegar. And in my vase here, I've already got my baking soda in the bottom of it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna light our fire, light our candle. And all this is in the bottom, this is just modeling clay to help my candle stand up. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a fire extinguisher, all right? So the first thing we do, we'll pour our vinegar in, and we're gonna mix it with our baking soda, and you'll see a chemical reaction. It's gonna look like a lot of bubbles and all that kind of stuff. And what that does is it creates a gas that comes off, okay? All right, and we'll talk about that gas here in just a second. So you see our bubbles? Okay, all right, now watch carefully. Put my fire out, didn't it? And I didn't pour anything out of my vase. All I did was just pour the gas out of it. So, oh, they're going to outside, perfect. All right, so what we created is a chemical reaction between the vinegar and the baking soda, and it gives off carbon dioxide. So there's three things that you gotta have to have a fire. You have to have heat, which is my lighter, okay? You gotta have fuel, which is my candle, the wax, and the wick, and you gotta have oxygen that's in the air around it. And so if you take away any one of those three things, your fire goes out. So what we've taken away by pouring the carbon dioxide out of here, over it, we took that oxygen away from around our flame, okay? And so it caused our flame to go out. So we kind of made a fire extinguisher here. All right, so we're gonna do another experiment real quick because it's quick. But let's talk about how this is our Bible tie-in for our lesson for this part of it too, okay? So fire can be scary, obviously. And in today's story, God protected our three friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, from the fire. But he's also at work within us and other people today. And so he gives us knowledge to protect ourselves with inventions like fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems in our homes and places of business, fireproof fabric like the Nomex I was talking about that I've got on, and smoke alarms that can wake us up or let us know that we've got a fire. All right. It's also important for us to be safe and protected, but it's good to know that just like our three friends, our God is with us and is watching over us. Okay, so our second experiment, and like I said, we'll do two today because they're short and they're quick. This one, I've got water in the bottom of my pan here. I've got a penny, and the water is over the top of my penny. You can see my finger is wet, okay? Is it wet? It's wet. Okay, so what we're going to do is I want to get my penny out of here without my finger getting wet. So I got some more modeling clay there to hold my candle. Come on, candle. There we go. So get our candle lit. Ah, there it goes. It had to jump start itself. Okay, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to take my glass, and I want you to see there's nothing in my glass except for that little bit of water that fell out of it from when I put it on here. My candle isn't hitting on much right there, so we're going to make a quick change. You're in luck. I brought my candles. One candle doesn't want to cooperate. Stick another candle in. Much better, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our glass. If you watch, I'm going to put it over this and watch inside the glass. Obviously, my fire, I bet, goes out. But if you watch inside my glass, you'll see that the water is coming up inside the glass. Do you see it? Okay. So it came up. You probably saw a little bubble there. I get my penny out without my finger being. It was wet just because there was a little bit standing on top of it, but it was dry all the way around. Okay, so what happens is when we put it over it, the heat inside the glass causes the air to pick up speed, and air molecules move around really fast. And so they move in, and you saw the bubbles at the bottom, that was some of it escaping. And as it escaped, it caused more of it to come in. So it creates a vacuum inside the glass, pulls that water up, and then it holds it inside the glass. You can see it.
Well, I'm Miss Sally, and I want to talk to you about two missions that we're doing this week at VBS. Our first mission is effort Children's Home. And we're collecting money for Epworth Children's Home. Can everybody do this? Money. This is to remind you we're collecting money. Epworth Children's Home began in 1896. It's 125 years old. Do you know anybody that old? No, it's been established that long. It's in the heart of downtown Columbia. Everybody make a heart for me. It's in downtown Columbia. It's 32 acres. Everybody do 32? And they can house 86 children ages 12 to 18 years old. So they don't take young children. They help with the teens, 12 to 18. The children live in cottages and they have house parents. Now I want to tell you a story about Lindsay. Lindsay was a daughter of a single mom. So her dad was not in the picture. And Lindsay's mom was in the Army. Everybody salute? Good job. So while Lindsay's mom was in the Army, she was stationed here at Fort Jackson. Well, Lindsay's mom got called to go to Afghanistan. Everybody do a big thumb going over to Afghanistan. So Lindsay's mom was going to be gone for 9 months. Lindsay's mom needed somebody to help her out because Lindsay was just 12 years old. Do you think she could pay the bills, cook all the meals, do all the laundry, drive herself to different dentist appointments and everything? No, she couldn't live by herself. So Lindsay came to live at Epworth Children's Home. So one of our missions this week is to collect money for Epworth Children's Home. And you've already got some money, perfect. If you would give it to your adult counselor, they will keep it for us because I don't have any way to collect it. Our second thing that we're doing is we're doing a blessing box. How many of you have seen this? Do you know where it is? Where is it, Alyssa?
It's like near the church offices.
That's right. It's on the other side of this building near the sanctuary. So here's the blessing box. Here's a close-up of it. Notice it has 2 shelves and it has a door. Mr. Jonathan actually built this with his 2 daughters, Madison and Caroline. So you helped with this, didn't you, Madison? It has a little hook that you can open. So I opened the hook and then I took a picture of what it looks like inside. What do you notice about it inside?
Kind of empty.
It's kind of empty, exactly. So we need some items for the blessing box. So let me show you. We're going to do a little wrap with our items here. So let's notice what we've got. The wrap is in this order. So we've got peanut butter, mac and cheese. We're going to call this mac and cheese. Canned spaghetti, even though you can bring in beefaroni or ravioli or SpaghettiOs or whatever. Ramen noodles, toilet paper, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and bars of soap. All right, are y'all ready for the wrap? All right, so I need you to do this. It's going to call and response. So I'm going to say it, and then you're going to say it right after me. You ready? So let's get our beat. We're serving God through the blessing box. We're helping our neighbors in need. Peanut butter, mac and cheese, canned spaghetti, ramen noodles if you please, toilet paper, toothbrush, toothpaste, and don't forget, bars of soap. We're serving God through the blessing box. We're helping our neighbors in need. All right, good job. Give yourself a pat on the back. Nice work. So, how many of you have one of these things at your house right now that you could go put your hands on? This new, that's not open. If you could bring that tomorrow, that would be awesome. We'll start our collection so we can refill our blessing box.
I'm Miss Marilyn,
Hi.
and some of you probably have seen me around the church from time to time. I don't usually have this costume on, but I'm glad to see you. And we are here in Bible Land, all decorated for this week, so that we can learn about some important people who are in the Bible and have lessons to teach us.
I have a Bible.
You have a Bible? That's wonderful.
I know. Me and Taylor have the same one.
Does it look like this? Is it a Bible storybook? Does it look a little bit like that? Well, this is called the Deep Blue Bible Storybook, and it's one of my favorites. Yes.
Why is there food over there?
Why is there food over there? Oh, I don't know. Somebody put that there before we got here today.
It's fake.
But I can tell you it's fake. Pretend food. Well, today's Bible story comes from Daniel, the book of Daniel. And this is in the Old Testament of the Bible. And it's the story about 3 people who would only worship the one true God. Same one we worship. And do you know any of their names? Meshach,
Meshach,
Shadrach,
and me.
Abednego. Do you have any friends with that name?
I
Either. You have an Abednego? Does he live in your neighborhood?
do. No, he
No.
lives far away.
Far away, okay.
His name is Rocket, but I usually call him Grandpa because he's a grandpa.
Okay, but is his name really Abednego or something else?
I usually
Well,
call him
there was also a king, and his name was Nebuchadnezzar. Can you say that? Nebuchadnezzar. Well, here's how the story starts. Nebuchadnezzar, who was the king, said,
This will go to my hands.
I want everyone in my kingdom to worship me, said Nebuchadnezzar. Because I, said Nebuchadnezzar, am the most important person in the land.
And then why?
So the king made a new rule. He said, anytime you hear music playing, could you do that for us? Our musicians still in training. The king made a rule that anytime you hear music
One
play,
on my hand.
everyone must bow down. And so what we're going to do today is bow down. Anytime you hear the music, you just bend over. Okay? You're supposed to stop whatever you're doing when you hear that music and bow down to the gold statue that I'll show you in a minute. Whoever does not worship the statue will be thrown into a very hot fire. In fact, it will be 7 times hotter than what you have in your fireplace. That's really hot. Now, the king's helpers were young men who believed in God. I just can't say their names right this second. Meshach, Abednego, and Shadrach. There we go. They knew if they worshiped the gold statue, they would not be obeying the king, but they would be showing everyone that they were following God's way. So there's more to the story. We're going to hear it and we're going to act it out. And we have a friend from Bible Times who's going to introduce himself and tell you the whole story of these 3 people.
That's okay. You don't have to wipe them. That's okay. What's in our hand?
Why are you here? Why have you come to this? Why are you sitting on this hillside with me today? Why are you? Maybe you're here for the same reason I'm here. Maybe that's why you're here, sitting on this hillside. But let me tell you who I am. My name is Abednego, son of Xanthanes. Can you say my name? Abednego? Yes, say that again. Abednego. And my father is Xanthanes. Can you say that?
Xanthanes.
And we live here in this land. This land is called Babylon. Can you say the land we live in? Babylon. And my name is what? Abednego. And we live in Babylon. I have lived in Babylon all of my life. My mother and father lived in Babylon. My grandparents, we have lived in Babylon all of our lives here. And it is a beautiful land. Can you see how beautiful this land is in Babylon? We have two great rivers in Babylon. Can you see them there? One is called the Tigris. Can you say that? Tigris? Beautiful river. And the other is called the Euphrates. Can you say that? Euphrates. Beautiful rivers. And from those rivers comes the water that waters our crops. And the crops are beautiful. And they feed us all. And this is a beautiful and great land. Great is the land of Babylon. Would you say that with me? Great is the land of Babylon. And something else about our land. In Babylon, we have great and powerful armies. They are so great and they are so powerful that they have defeated all of the other armies in this part of the world. And Babylon rules almost all of the world. Great is Babylon. Say that with me. Great is Babylon. Great is Babylon. Some years ago, we sent our armies down to the south to a land called Judah. Can you say that with me? Judah? And in Jerusalem is a city called Jerusalem. Have you ever heard of Jerusalem? Yeah, say the word with me. Jerusalem.
Jerusalem.
And the people lived in Judah and in Jerusalem called the Jews. Now the Jews were strange people. Do you know why they were strange?
No.
Because the Jews worshiped only one God. Now in Babylon we have many gods, and we worship many gods, but the Jews worshiped only one God. And they said, our God is the true God. Well, we sent our armies into Jerusalem, and we defeated the Jewish armies. And when we defeated the Jewish armies, do you know what we did?
No.
We left half of the people in Judah, and we took half of the people, and we brought them here to where? Babylon. And we put them to work. And they took care of our crops, and they took care of our animals, and they helped to feed our people, and to make this an even greater land, these Jewish people. But something strange about these Jewish people when they came here. Do you know what was so strange about them coming here? They still worship how many gods? One God. And they said that God is the true God. When you look out there, you see those people. Some of them are Jews. You can't tell which ones are Jews and which ones are not. But the Jews worship only one God. And we have a king. Our king's name was Nebuchadnezzar. Can you say that with me? Nebuchadnezzar. Great is Nebuchadnezzar. We have to say that together. Great is Nebuchadnezzar. And so the king decided one day that he would build a golden idol. And when everybody saw that idol, they were to worship. And it's almost complete. It's not unveiled yet, but it's almost complete. And whenever we are to see that idol and to hear the music, we are to bow down and worship. And we are to say, Sajid. Say that with me. Sajid. That means worship. And we are to do this. Sajid. 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 That's what we are supposed to do when the idol is complete and it is unwrapped. And when we hear the music, that's what we are supposed to do. Do you know what would happen to us if we do not do that? We will be punished. If we do not bow down and say Sajid to the golden idol, we will be punished. And we will be taken as prisoners and placed in a fiery furnace until we are burned to death if we do not worship the idol. So that's why we're here. That's why we've come to this hillside to watch while they complete the idol. And I think it's almost ready to be seen. I think it is almost ready. Is it time? Yes. Let's see. I hear the music. Like Sajid, Sajid, again. Sajid, Sajid. Oh, that's what we're supposed to do. If we do not do that, we shall be punished. Do I hear music again? Oh, Sajid, Sajid, Sajid. Yes, that's what we're supposed to do. And all of the people are bowing down before it because the king says you must. But I see 3 people there. They haven't bowed down. They are Jewish people. I know who they are. They have names. There is Shadrach. Say that with me.
Shadrach.
There is Meshach. There is Meshach. And there is Abednego. There they are. And they are not bowing down. I'm afraid they are going to be punished. I'm afraid. Let's call out to them and tell them what to do. Let's say, Shadrach, bow down.
Shadrach, bow down.
Yell louder so he will hear.
Shadrach, bow down.
Louder, he doesn't hear us. Shadrach, bow down. Let's tell Meshach the same thing. Meshach, bow down. Loud, he must hear us. Meshach,
bow down.
No, Abednego, bow down.
Abednego, bow down.
Oh no, they're not bowing down. Do you know why? Because they worship, they said, the one true God, and they will not worship this idol. Oh, what a pity that is. And the king is very upset. The king is very upset about this. And the king is sending soldiers to arrest them. Yes, because they're not bowing down. And the soldiers are coming. I see them coming. And they are arresting. Who are they arresting? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And they're taking them over to that fiery furnace. And they will be burned because they do not worship the golden idol.
The soldiers will push them behind here
So they're taking them now. I see them.
into the fire right here.
And they're putting them in the fire. They're putting them in the fire now. I can see that. Oh no. They're putting them in the fire.
Okay,
Oh
get out of the
no.
fire.
Oh no. They will surely die. Oh no. They will surely die. We may as well go home. They will be dead by morning. We may as well leave.
Are you worshiping your one true God? Even in the fire.
But look, they're coming out of the fire. They're coming out. I see them.
Wow.
And they're alive. Yay! Yay! Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Do you know what they told the king before they went to the fire? They said, King, listen, our God will protect us. If we worship the one true God, our God will protect us. And if our God doesn't protect us, we still will not worship the golden idol. Because it is right to worship the true God. And Nebuchadnezzar said, since your God protected you, it is okay to worship the one true God. Now, do you know what that tells you and me? It tells you and me that when we do the right thing, when we are true to God, it may be difficult, but God will protect us and take care of us. Yes. I'm glad we came and saw this today.
Thank you. I
I'm
am
glad we came and saw this today. Thank you so much for sitting on the hillside and watching this great miracle of the one true God.
Nebuchadnezzar ordered people to bow down to the golden statue whenever they were hungry, they heard music, they were sleeping, they were in school. The answer is when they heard music. The banner verse is found in the dictionary, the ocean, the Bible, Ephesians 6:10, or cartoons. The answer is the Bible, Ephesians 6:10. Knights need to know how to make pizza, paint fences, play soccer, or ride horses. The answer is ride horses. Thanks for playing.
It's getting hot, it's getting hot, it's getting hot. It's getting hot, it's getting hot, it's getting hot. It's getting hot, it's getting hot, it's getting hot. It's getting hot, it's getting hot, it's getting hot. Fire up the furnace.
Fire up the furnace.
That's what Neb said.
That's what Neb said.
Throw anybody in it
Anybody in
who
it
won't bow their head
who won't bow their head
and worship me. All must bow their heads and worship me. Oh, it's getting hot, hot, burning up, hot, hot, burning up, it's burning up, hot, hot, burning up, hot, hot, burning up, it's burning up. Shadrach, Meshach,
Shadrach, Meshach,
and Abednego
and Abednego
said no to King Neb
said no to King
and
Neb.
said we won't bow low
Said we won't bow low
and worship you. We won't bow our heads and worship you. Uh-oh, now it's getting hot, hot, burning up, hot, hot, burning up, it's burning up, hot, hot, burning up, hot, hot, let's go, burning up, it's burning up. Threw them in the fire, but they were not burned. They danced and they danced and told Nebuchadnezzar learn to worship you. There is only one we bow down to, even when the fire's hot, hot, burning up, hot, hot, come on, burning up, it's burning up, hot, hot, yeah, burning up, hot, hot, burning up, it's burning up, hot, hot, it's getting hot, it's getting hot, it's getting hot, but I'm not burning up, it's burning up, I'll just be over here dancing, it's getting hot, it's getting hot, it's getting hot, don't mind me, burning up, it's burning up. Hey, hey Goliath, you look pretty big. Me, on the other hand, I'm just a little kid. So what? I may not be strong as you. There is something about me you don't know. Here's the truth, see? You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the name of the Lord, yeah. You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the power of the Lord, yeah. Hey, hey, Goliath. 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 If only you knew. You think you're fighting me, but you're really fighting too. The battle's not mine, it belongs to the Lord. Greater is the one who's in and sword, but I stand before you in the name of the Lord, yeah. You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the power of the Lord, yeah. Hey, hey, Goliath. 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 Go ahead and laugh. I got a couple pebbles hidden in this bag. When I raise my arm, when I start to swing, I'ma knock you out with just a rock and a sling, yeah. You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the name of the Lord, yeah. You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the power of the Lord, yeah. Hey, hey, Goliath. 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 Stand before me with your shield and hey, hey, Goliath. Stand before you with the name of hey, hey, Goliath. Stand before me with your shield and hey, hey, Goliath. Hey, hey, Goliath.
So tell me, did y'all have fun today? Yes. So you went to a place called Bible Land. Who came to visit today? The dragon. Not in Bible story. Who did you meet? Shadrach? Yes, yes. And y'all did something fun with some water. You dipped something in some water. What did you do? What'd you do, Cece? Oh, that was in science. You played with fire in science. Don't worry, we had a firefighter. It's fine. A forester. He's okay. He's licensed to do that. And then in crafts, you made something. You dipped something in the water. You tie-dyed pillowcases? Oh my gosh, that's going to be so much fun. Well, Sparky is just waking up from his nap. He'll be here in just a minute. Yeah, he does take naps. He gets really tired. All that breathing ice makes him really tired. So, in missions, who are we collecting money for this week? Epworth Children's Home, and you learned a little bit what they do. They take care of children, right? Whose mommy and daddy can't take care of them. They give them a place to live. Yeah. So you guys, today we collected $10 that's going to go to Epworth Children's Home. So yay! Yeah. If everybody can bring at least $1 tomorrow, just think about the difference we can make. And then we're collecting goods for what? For a blessing box, yes. We have a blessing box right here on the side of the church that people that need like maybe some food or some toothpaste, they can go over there and get it. And so we're going to restock our blessing box. And you see we've started getting some stuff down here. So you guys are so awesome. And I appreciate that. Now today, before you leave, your leader will give you a little page to take home that kind of recaps what we did today. We are going to see Sparky. I think that he might sneeze. I think, Sparky, are you waking up from your nap? Are you ready? I think all of our little knights went out and they were looking for the belt of truth today. Did y'all find the belt of truth? Yes. Yes. Oh, Sparky, you froze us again. He froze us again. All right. Well, Sparky, they said that they found the belt of truth today.
Oh, I see. I see some of them wearing belts. Maybe there's more than one belt of truth. Did you find those belts in Quest today?
I think they already had them on when we met them this morning, Sparky. Besides, I think the belt of truth is just a metaphor. It means more than just wearing a belt. You know what a belt does, don't you, Sparky?
Well, I do. I just don't want to say because it's kind of silly. But if you don't wear your belt, your pants will fall down.
Oh, Sparky, you're exactly right. But the belt was the first piece of armor any Roman soldier put on because it kept the clothes close to the body. You see, like my belt, and it held all the pieces of armor together.
Romans? Why are you talking about Roman soldiers? Aren't we the Knights of the North Castle?
Well, that's a good question. The Apostle Paul wrote a letter to the Ephesians where we are told about the belt of truth. See, Paul was a Roman citizen and knew a lot about soldiers. He used the analogy because people in that time would understand it the best.
Well, the belt is still a very important piece of keeping your pants on even today.
Exactly. We can't stand up for what we believe in if we don't have truth. Remember in the story Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? They all stood for truth, didn't they? They would never serve Nebuchadnezzar or his gods or worship his statue. But they did stay true to their God, to our God.
And their God and our God had the power to save. They gave them courage to stand up to the King Nebuchadnezzar.
Exactly. Do you guys remember our castle call out for the day? Armor up with truth. Let's try it one more time. Armor up with truth. That's right. Truth is one of the most important things we need to have. And you guys ready to say our banner verse for today? All right, let's say it together. Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power. Good job. You guys ready to pray real quick? Okay, hold on 1 minute. Okay, listen, I need everybody to put their listening ears though. Shh. I need everybody to listen. This is real, real important. After we're done praying, everybody has to stay in their seat, okay? Your parents will come get you, okay? You can't run off to your parents, okay? Everybody okay with that? Yes? Okay. Well, you got to stay seated until your parents come get you. All right, you ready to say a prayer? Everyone bow their heads. Thank you, Lord, that you are the one true God. Thank you that you give us the strength to stand up for all that is true. Help us to be strong for you. Amen.